about the fact that he never teaches in-depth aqidah?
How do you know?
These money-making organizations that travel around the world just to get money out of the people.
The problem with Mufti Menk and others, they want to be liked by everyone. They want to be liked by everyone. Even to the extent, subhanAllah, in his tweets, he uses Almighty. Very rarely he will use Allah.
Ultimately,
wow, this is the true definition of feeding a dog is more important than feeding a human. Because when you feed it for just 3 days, it can keep remembering you for the rest of your life. But the human, even though you feed it for 1,000 times, it will forget you at time T. Dear brothers and sisters, subhanallah, Allah says in the Holy Quran, chapter 49 verse 12, O you who believe, avoid much suspicion. Indeed, some suspicion is sinful. Criticizing and boycotting, as you brought up a solution to what is ongoing to our brother Mufti Menk, is really an unjust suspicion on him. Subhanallah. It will be really unjust if you are to be talking like that. Moreover, being in Ramadan, Allah hates such a language of slandering, a language of spite, speaking bad to other. It is in the month of Ramadan where Allah forbade such a character. Subhanallah. Don't forget when Allah also said in Quran chapter 49 verse 6, He said that, O you who believe, if a sinner brings you news, verify it. We see how beautiful social media is, with incomplete and false information and misinformation that moves around in social media. As we saw our tweet from our brother Menk, everyone understood it in their own way. Now it's like a pastor someone waking up in the morning, then holds the Bible, and then start to read the English, then goes into the church and says like, I'm what? I'm a pastor. Or it's like you just wake up in the morning and you start reading the Arabic. You have never been in class before, and you just read the Arabic language. You know how to read it. Then you go in the mosque, you start to preach without having the background. Subhanallah. Fas'al ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. If you don't know something, it is quite important you ask the host. Subhanallah. When we saw all the tweet, alhamdulillah, everyone understood it in their own way. Some say good, some say bad, some say this. Now the most ridiculous thing is for someone to make a division on small matter. It's just a small stuff, and they want to bring a beef upon it. People understood it in their own way, such as our brother. And you brought your idea in public, a bad idea that you are thinking. Subhanallah. Do you think that it's the solution? Just imagine he had spoken. Do you think that the government of the people, by the people, is for the people? Nowadays, it's not like that. Look at what happened to our brother from the parliament. Is it the parliament or the White House? When he was speaking his mind out, they nearly broke his arm. So, him speaking is not a solution, but that's not my point. My point here is that we need to verify information before we utter them. It will be best if you had gone to his tweet or in his inbox. You inboxed him and you talked to him. Why like this? Why like this? Why haven't you? Not in a conclusion, in a such way, in public. Nah, that's not the right thing. Don't forget, when also Nabina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam documented in Hadith Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih al-Muslim, he said that whoever believes in Allah and the last day of judgment should speak good, or better, remain silent. Better remain silent. If you're a Muslim, you should be following this. Silence is very important. This alone avoids misinformation, avoids division. One of the most heavy thing you should not do. Wala tafarraqu. Do not think of bringing division in the ummah. And also it avoids harm in the ummah. You're harming the Muslim Ummah by providing such information. Do you know who that man is? Providing a lot of information motivationally, spiritually. He has guided thousands of people. Now you're bringing harm by trying to change the algorithm of people, what people think. Instead of focusing on what is important, the words that he says, him keeping quiet doesn't mean that he's supporting the wrongdoing or is supporting the oppression. That's one logic you should understand from there if I'm to help you about that. And then subhanallah, everyone has their focus in life. It's just like I've gone to university, I've studied medicine and surgery. Then tomorrow, do you expect to find me in the studio full time that is my job? Do you expect to find me in an art studio drawing something? No. Everyone has their path that they take. The scholars of Islam also have their path. Some of them focus on guidance, unity, and spiritual education, not political commentaries. No. Yeah, supporting is okay. But at the same time, if someone does not do something, it doesn't mean that he's supporting this stuff. It's like when you look at Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Hanbal, some of them disagreed upon some stuff, but it doesn't mean that they do not support. Subhanallah, it doesn't mean that they do not support. Look at the ikhtilaf al-ulama of this part. When you come from ruku, you wake up. Some of them say that you can leave your hand lying down like this. Some of the scholars also say that you can put your hand here instead. But not do they fight, not did they bring what? Division, quarrel, and slandering, and speaking spite of among themselves. They understood it in their own way. The text that was well documented by the Prophet is that place your hand where it was before. Some of them understood before you started Salah. Of course, before you started your Salah, your hand was here. Some of them say that before you go for ruku, your hand is here. So when you look at the understanding of this, it is the text that you see. It doesn't literally 100% explain what you think if it's not explained properly from the host. So if the host has not brought up an explanation, it means that what the person thinks, perhaps the other thinks the other way, another thinks the other way, but that doesn't bring a conclusion. If the host doesn't bring out something, but however, it doesn't mean that this and that is wrong. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So when we look at our brother Mufti Menk, he's known for his motivational reminder, Islamic reminders, and also character building, and also unity among the Muslims. Who is he not to practice what he speaks? Do you know the meaning of unity? It is more broader than what you think of being in a Muslim boundary. He's trying to, from the perspective that we see, he's trying to practice what he preaches. And then there's a pure gentleman. Subhanallah. Now, the logic there should help you is that the teacher of faith may choose da'wah and moral guidance rather than political wrangles and political or conflicts. Choosing da'wah is better than moving into a situation whereby he might be misunderstood. Now, let's look at the incident at first when our brother, may Allah protect them, may Allah also guide them and give them more conducive environment. When our brothers in Gaza were attacked, he didn't speak anything. It was still a complaint. Now, here in the Iranian brothers being attacked, may Allah protect them, may Allah guide them, and may Allah forgive our forthcomings. Allahumma Ameen. When they were attacked, he just made a tweet, just small text in like 3 lines. Again, it is it's what? It is already misunderstood. Now you see the reason of why it is better he had even stayed silent. Because the more he speaks, the more people interpret it in their own way. You get the point? So these are critical matters whereby he cannot just comment anyhow. His 1, 2, 3, 4 comments on such matters, there are a lot. It's like sitting in a biology class. The teacher is explaining something, but your mind is thinking somewhere else. The teacher is telling you that when the process of the formation of the pollen grains, you see the bee bringing out, coming in the flower. Then when you look at such incidents, someone is going to be understanding something else. Now you're explaining about flower, the production of the pollen grains. Now another one is thinking about, I think it is like my woman is like, I come with my woman, I'm planting something. Now, you get the point? So, it is quite important to notify the importance of realizing the difference in how we think. The algorithm of the brain of how we think is quite important in such matter. So that's why it is even better for him to keep quiet. Subhanallah. When you look at the fifth point I want us to understand from here is that when we look at Hadith Sahih al-Muslim, it warned us against harming a Muslim's honor. It is a legend that he has moved through and he gained his, legacy to be somewhere where he is. It warns us against harming a Muslim's honor. You shouldn't do that. Harming someone's honor and respect is not something amongst us. We shouldn't be doing it as a Muslim, dear brothers and sisters. Now you are saying boycotting, after you are saying we should cut tickets away. We should. Now, when you look at that, that is really harming a Muslim's unity. Would you know the influence this man has done? Do you know it? Should I remind you? He has done a lot. His words alone. In word, فَإِنَّ مِنَ الْبَيَانِ لَسِحْرٍ. In words, there are a lot of bewitchments. When you look at the hearts that have been bewitched with his information, the bewitchment are meaning now sweetened with his information, led a lot, thousands to Islam. Do you know how many? Now, subhanallah, that is quite important. I'd like to end by telling you and everyone that is thinking negative that silence is a valid Islamic choice. Valid Islamic choice to prevent division and misinformation. Subhanallah. Is a valid Islamic choice to prevent division and misinformation. He didn't talk there. No one talked too much. He talked here. Now they have misunderstood. Now you see another division. Let's leave him. We'll be there. You get the point? This is not something important. This is not something easy. We should be just doing. فَلْيَقُولْ خَيْرًا. Where have you left this hadith? You speak good. أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ. Better you keep quiet. As a Muslim, we need to practice that. It's better you keep quiet if you cannot speak good of your Muslim brother. Subhanallah. I'm very sure if you go to his street, I didn't have the screenshot. If you go to his street, the street is a very good information. Very good and calm. Allahumma, may Allah protect us. May Allah guide us. May Allah also make the misunderstandings amongst the Muslim ummas come to understanding. And may Allah say Ameen to all the forthcomings in our deen. Allahumma Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.